When you first open up the Dell Interactive Whiteboard software, you will just be presented with the tool tray and nothing else. To actually get started creating your whiteboard pages, you need to click on the icon here to create a blank page or any other page when you become more experienced. So I'm going to click on that, and then I'm presented with one whiteboard page. And you can see down the bottom corner here it shows this is page 1 of only 1 pages in my presentation. So if I want to add more pages, I just keep clicking on the create blank page, and there is another one, and another one. And now at the bottom here I can see that I'm on page 4 of 4 pages, and I can use the arrows here to move back and forth between the pages. So I can go all the way through. That's page 3, 2, 1, and then that shows me how many pages, and I can actually display these in order or how I like when I'm actually using this in the classroom. Just so we can see what we're actually doing, I'm going to use a little text box tool that we'll be discussing later, and I'm just going to put page 1 on this page, go back to my pointer, next page, text box here, page 2, just so we can sort of see what we're moving around, because they're all the same at the minute. And the last one's page 4. Okay, so I've got my 4 pages, and I'm sort of fairly in control here with 4 pages. I can see what I'm doing. But if I've got lots of pages, or if I want to maybe move the pages around or delete pages, what the Interactive Whiteboard software allows me to do is go into the page sorter tool here. If I click on that, I get the page sorter, which just shows each of the individual pages I've got. Think of it a bit like the left hand side of a PowerPoint presentation where you're presented with your different slides. Then using this I can take my page 4 and maybe I'll move it so it follows page 1, so I've resequenced it. And then if I go through my pages, I see I've got page 1, then page 4 now has moved into position 2, now I've got page 2's moved there, page 3's moved there. Okay, so I've managed to reorganise those, but say after all I decide that I'm not interested in having page 4 after all, I can just make sure I select it. What you can do in here is hold down the shift key and select several items at a time, and you can tell they're selected by the grey border around them. But if I click outside, then I've deselected them all. I can now just select that page 2 and I can bin it. I get a little prompt here to ask me am I sure, and I'll say yes please, and there I go, and now I've got 3 pages. I can see page 1 by double clicking, page 2, page 3. So the page sorter allows us to delete and move things around or view slides, and if you've got several different slides, that might be the easiest way to move between them to make changes or to actually access one particular slide that you want to look at when you're actually showing them to your students in class. And then I can just delete that. So there we are, I've got my pages. Now we know exactly how to organise them.